Yo, what is up everyone? Welcome back to the Warzone video on the channel. Today we're looking at some more console settings for you guys, specifically aim. Okay, these settings are gonna help you guys aim much better. It's gonna be, different for everyone, especially if you guys are playing on a higher sensitivity or a lower sensitivity. We're gonna be touching up on all the things you guys can do, and this is also going to help with making sure that your controller is playing as efficiently as possible. That might not make any sense right now, but trust me, we're gonna get into it when we get into these settings. Before we actually get into it, guys, I'm gonna need you guys to drop me a like in the video. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe if you're new. Okay, subscribe if you're new if you guys haven't subscribed already, and post notifications so you guys don't miss any more awesome guides like this. Yeah, with that being said, let's go straight into the settings. All right guys, so here we are in the controller settings. This is really the only thing we're gonna be touching up on. We're not gonna really go to general or audio or anything like that. So when it comes to your controller, when it comes to aim in general, one thing I cannot stress enough is dead zone. Okay, a lot of people don't actually understand what dead zone is, so I'm gonna just give you guys a brief explanation. Dead zone is pretty much how much the game compensates for how much stick drift your controller has. So for example, let's say your controller is super busted and your stick drifts like a lot. Well, this is actually going to help that, because it's going to make it to where, that small little input that makes it drift is going to be compensated for, therefore making it pretty much not drift at all. Now, if your controller is super busted, then this actually might not work at all. But if you experience a little bit of drift, nothing crazy, then you can definitely toggle this. So obviously, the higher the dead zone is, the more it's going to compensate. So if you have like a really busted controller, I would recommend having this around, maybe like 25, maybe 30. Honestly, I can't really tell you guys how much your controller drifts, so you guys kind of have to figure it out for yourself. I recommend having it somewhere around here if you guys have a busted controller. I personally, for me, I don't really have much stick drift at all. I have a little bit, but not a lot. I typically clean my own controller, so I keep it pretty clean, and there usually isn't any drift, so I do keep it around 6. If you guys have like a perfectly new controller, you probably don't even need this at all. You can probably keep it to 0 or like 0.1. But yeah guys, I recommend you guys do play around with that, because it's going to help you guys out a lot, trust me. It's very important that you guys do not have the, do not have a bunch of stick drift, or else you're going to be missing a ton of shots. Okay, it's just not fair. All right guys, so for the next tip I want to give to you guys is going to be your horizontal and your vertical, wait, hold up, why did I just pronounce it like horizontal and vertical stick sensitivity, guys? This is super important. For me, I play in 2020. I do not, like, I keep saying this, and it's funny because even though I say this, you guys still do it. Guys, you guys do not, and I repeat, you guys do not need to play in this sensitivity just to be good when it comes to aim. In fact, 2020 is actually not good when it comes to aim. The only reason I'm able to still beam and pretty much able to still shoot, kind of straight, is because I've been playing on 2020 for about a year and a half now. So honestly guys, you guys do not need to do this. I recommend, putting it on 7.7. That's one of the best settings. You guys see a lot of a lot of YouTubers, a lot of streamers actually play on this. So I definitely recommend you putting this on 7.7, guys. This is a very good sensitivity. I used to actually play on this, and I was still dropping 20s, still dropping 30s on this sensitivity. So guys, you guys do not need to go to 2020. I do it because I'm a content creator. I just like to have fun. I like to entertain you guys, and I feel like having a really high sensitivity is really good. All right guys, so moving on down to the ADS sensitivities. Also, it's kind of as important as a horizontal. It's a little bit more important because it's going to have to do when you're aiming. And personally guys, you guys already know, you guys probably realized in the last episode, or not last episode, but last video, that I actually changed my sensitivity up to 2, and I actually dropped it down for the video to 1.25 to show you guys that this is the jump I went from. Okay, I went from 1.25 to 2. That is a huge jump, and guys, do not, and I do repeat, do not put on 2 ADS. It is absolutely awful when it comes to aiming. You're not going to hit any shots for a very long time. It's going to take a long time to actually adapt to that. But hey, like I said, if you guys want to, if you guys just don't even care anymore, hey, go for it. But if you guys actually do want to get better and want to have better aim, I highly recommend you guys do not put this to 2. In fact, I think a good sensitivity for you guys would be like 0.80 to 1. 0.80 is a good, nice middle spot, because it's going to allow you to have enough speed while not having too much speed to where you can't track well. But you guys already know me. Like I said, I put this on 2. Guys, like I said, do not do this. Do not do this. Oh yeah, and I think I forgot something. Oh yeah, do not do this. All right guys, so moving on down to the aim response curve. This is another kind of big one. It's kind of big. A lot of people say it does a lot for them. Me personally, I don't really feel too much of a difference. I used to play on linear when it comes to my aim response curve type, but now I actually play on dynamic, which I honestly feel like it's really comfortable for me. You guys can try dynamic. You guys can try all of them, see what they do for you. I definitely recommend trying out linear, because linear is actually pretty fun, and I actually had a lot of success on linear. A lot of these settings that I have, I've pretty much like dropped 20s and 30s on all of them, so it never really changed that much, mainly because, guys, to be honest, settings is not everything. You guys can have the best settings in the world, but if you guys just don't put in the time to learn and to actually improve, then it doesn't really matter. You're kind of just going to stay at the same level. But you guys, obviously settings do help, but they're not gonna do everything. But yeah, I used to play on linear. I used to play on standard as well, but I actually prefer dynamic over both. But hey, that's just me. That's my, that's the way I think. That's the way my brain works. You guys might like linear. You guys might like standard. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Moving on down to the aim assist, guys. This is another big one. A lot of people actually have this on precision after a couple of bigger YouTubers actually switched it. Me personally, I actually always have left this on standard, and it pretty much just, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't really see any difference between standard and precision. Perhaps I can make a video on that to explain to you guys what it does and how it affects me, but personally for me, I just leave this on standard. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much all the settings you guys can go with to improve your aim in Warzone. I'm telling you guys right now, when it comes to hotline, I'm just gonna, I know it's the end of the video, okay, but I just gotta say this again, guys. Do not, I repeat, do
not use my settings.
I know a lot of YouTubers, they're like, oh, use my settings, you're gonna get better. I know that my gameplay may look kind of cool, kind of good, but trust me, it took a long time to actually get used to this. And unless you guys are willing to put in that much time, I recommend you guys do not try to adapt to this right off the bat. If you guys do want to try these settings out, I recommend gradually increasing your sensitivity slowly until you get comfortable with higher sensitivity, especially if you're a low sense, because trust me, if you're jumping from 7.7 to 2020, that is a huge jump. And you're gonna be missing a lot of shots. And also, guys, before I actually end the video, yes, I do use a control freak on my right joystick. I have the red Inferno control freak on my right joystick that does help with aim quite a bit. Obviously, that's not a setting, so I didn't want to include it in the video, but a lot of people have been asking me, Duper, what kind of control freak do you use? Man, that's it, okay? That's the one I used. But yeah, that's pretty much all that's gonna be for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and with that being said, peace, love, and understanding always. I will see you guys in the next one.